Good day friends, good day family, and welcome back to my channel. For those stepping by for the very first time, my name is Mary. I welcome you, I salute you, and I celebrate you. I thank you for your precious time watching my videos. And for those who have been here, guys, you're so precious. I value you, and I thank you for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting. And you are celebrated here. You are very, very appreciated for your kindness. Thank you. As of today, guys, who hasn't subscribed yet to this channel, to subscribe, kindly press that subscribing button so we can reach the 100 subscriber by the end of this November. We can do it, guys. We came from far. As of today, we are almost at 90 subscribers, so we are still need as little as 10 of you precious people to subscribe, to allow us to go far beyond, and I thank you for those who have been there. And yes, let's dive in the subject of the day. Today, guys, I'll be sharing this Spaza shop that is going around in South Africa, where they are trying, where South Africans believe that these Spaza shops are owned by foreigners most of the times, are poisoning their children, because 23 of them has lost their lives, and they are believed to eat food from the Spaza shops. While it is believed that these Spaza shops has been feeding South African for more than 2 decades, yes, 2 decades, 20 years, it has not been reported that food from the Spaza shops was killing people, because all around the Republic of South Africa, we have Spaza shop all over, everywhere, Spaza shops are opened, let me say that they are opened more longer than the normal shops, when they're gonna close around 8. Those who close very late, they're gonna close at 9 in the evening. This Spaza shop can go later till midnight even, At midnight you can drive to a Spaza shop and you're gonna get your bread, you're gonna get sugar, you're gonna get milk, whatever you want, And because these people are so determined, guys, they're so disciplined that they even sleep in those shops, because they don't want to spend their money on renting houses, expensive houses. So that's how they live in those Spaza shops, So it has been reported that they are poisoning South African children. But before we go further on this matter, let's listen to this South African, what they are talking about.
So lately, over the past few months, we've been hearing this narrative that foreign shop owners or Spaza owners are poisoning South Africans with the food they sell in their Spazas, and the same food that they've been selling to South Africans for the past 20 years that foreigners were controlling this industry. Why would they poison their clients? And why would they start today when xenophobia is high? Let's listen to the expert and hear.
As it relates to food poisoning, the story that is going around that food poisoning, Spaza shops, etc. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In terms of all our investigations in the city around the death that happened, we found out that it's organophosphate. In one instance, in Vosloorus, the family prepared and consumed sandwiches, and there were 2 children that died of that after consuming that. And over and above the sandwiches, they also consumed chips, which are Simba chips, and we tested both. And the positive traces of organophosphate was found in the home-prepared sandwich. And as relates to the chips that were bought elsewhere, those were found to be negative in terms of any trace of food poisoning. So the problem that we're picking up is mainly from organophosphate, the aldicarb, commonly known as aldicarb, and in all the instances, like in Tsakani, there was also an incident where we had to test biscuits, and they also were found to be negative. But tracing this matter further, we found out that there were fruit and vegetables that were stored by a neighbor who's selling this. And where he's storing this, he's also using this Aldi cap, and the contamination should have happened due to that. And that's why we had this case of Aldi cap.
So we are hearing that the city of Johannesburg has done its experiments and tests, and it has discovered that the poisonings have not been happening from food brought from Spaza shops. It actually has been happening in the house and from neighbors who are South Africans. So why is the narrative that the Spaza shops are the ones poisoning South African children still going on when we know very well that scientifically that is not the case? Why is this lie continuing? Why did we hear the chairman of the Youth League of the ANC today spreading xenophobia and trying to cast aspersions upon these Spaza shops for which we have not seen any evidence that the poisoning is coming from them? It's clear that poisoning has been happening in the house, neighbors have been poisoning, and these toxins are not in the Spazas, but they're actually in houses, as you can hear. So why is the narrative about Spazas? And why is this narrative coming at a time when we have seen people like Pick n Pay and ShopRite wanting to go into the township to tap into this $200 billion economy? And why are South Africans always so gullible? You've been told lies about Jacob Zuma. You've been told lies about everything. You've even been told that you did not exist in South Africa by the time white people come here, but you're still listening to this media. You have not legislated against the lies of this media. So are South Africans being paid to kill their own children or to kill their neighbors' children in order to drive these Spazas out, or these foreigners out of the Spazas, so that the white businesses can come and take over? When are you guys going to wake up?
So yes, this business of Spaza shops has been feeding South African for 2 decades, 20 years at least. But now that the big businesses are aware of the millions of rand that circulates in those Spaza shops, because most of the times the Spaza shops operates in rural places where the big shops are not opened. Now they're trying to take over that market, and the best way to do it is to manipulate South African, is to manipulate our own brothers and sisters, just the way they did with this child Chidima. They want to throw them out to get all the motives to make South African believe that yes, these Spaza shop are killing your children, you know, and this doesn't sound right, you know. There is another way. If they really want to gain the market, there is another way. Why do we allow someone to manipulate us to the extent of taking someone's children's life? You know, why do we allow them to manipulate us to the point of losing excuse me, to the point of losing our so precious children, guys? Because as you could hear it, South African are likely to be paid by some other people to poison their own children and to make their fellow South African that it is these foreigners, these Spaza shops owners who are killing us. I'm sorry, guys, you know, it doesn't sound right, and I think it is time South African try to have another way of looking at foreigners, you know, because even though it is believed that some Spaza shops that do not respond to the norms, because I've been reading it in the news. Some of them are not that clean. Some of them, they do stock some expired food. Yes, some of them was reported even to share their shops with rats. I've seen it. It is not clear because it is food that has claimed the lives of children, tested negative of all the substances that was guilty of the passing of those children. You have to know that foreigners are not only there to harm you. Some of us foreigners, we are your doctors, we are your scientific, we are your teachers, we do a lot also in this country. Why do you have to look at us as drug dealers, as criminals? Because that's what it means to be a foreigner in South Africa, a black foreigner, especially when you are a black foreigner in South Africa. For a black South African, the moment they know you are a foreigner, the first impression is you are a criminal, you are a thief, you are a drug dealer. That's not real. That's not real. And I think it is time this narrative changed the camp, because when they accuse foreigners of being drug dealers, guys, how can a foreigner, a foreign national, come sell drugs to you, to your children, if they didn't test the market? First, they test the market, and when they know that there are people who are willing to buy their drugs, that's how you allow them to do so. I think we should change this narrative, and as the majority of us, we are just genuine people, just the way you are, So please, if you believe in this narrative, kindly write in the comment section, and subscribe to this channel, share the video, so this gospel can be known to all of us and the whole world. Why not? And until we meet in the next video, I thank you. Bye.